G'day, Andrew Murray here from The Apartment Specialist. Welcome to our channel. Today we've got Dom here from the team. G'day, Dom.
Hey, Andrew.
Cool. Now, Dom is our interior designer at The Apartment Specialist. Now, she doesn't like the camera, so thank you for coming in today.
You're welcome.
Now, today we're going to be talking about adding value to when we go and sell apartments. Now, as you know, you do a lot of staging in The Apartment Specialist. Now, a lot of people don't use staging, whether it's vacant apartments or tenanted apartments. Now, do you think it adds value?
Yeah, definitely. You should definitely use staging. It makes such a difference.
Yeah, well, it raises the values. If you look at an apartment that was staged versus it wasn't staged that we're selling, there's tens of thousands of dollars difference.
Yeah.
So it's got to the point where we've actually made it compulsory, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
So no apartment that we actually market is not staged in some way or form. We just won't simply put it up. Now, why do you think staging works, Dom?
Because people just can't imagine the potential of the apartment. They can just see the mess.
Well, I suppose when we talk about mess, it's people who are not thinking, they're living in an apartment. When you live in an apartment, if you go to my place, there's dishes in the sink, it's not always perfectly clean. And you've got to make a canvas. So I suppose when you go into an apartment that needs to be presented well to sell, what are you thinking and what do you do?
Well, so when I walk into the apartment, I take some photos, and then later I look at them and think of what should I use to show the whole potential of the apartment, because we are working with tenants' furniture, with their sofa, with all the big furnishings. So, and I'll just add bits and pieces just to make it pop and make it look nice. And
Now, when it comes to owner-occupier apartments, what do you do there? Because you've got, I suppose, the opinion of the owner. What happens?
It is actually much harder than tenanted, because you know that you are selling it for them, and they have their personal stuff in the apartment and you have to move it, and it's like you're showing them that it's not right.
Yeah, I see what you mean. You're sort of like, it feels like you're stepping on their feelings, or you're hurting their feelings, but really you're just trying to make the place look as good as you can.
Exactly, I'm just doing my job. So don't get offended.
I suppose the lesson is a good point there, Dom. The lesson is let an expert do their job. We do occasionally come across some people who have got a great talent, but it's not that often, is it? But it's so important. I mean, you said a really good fact this morning, talking about the percentage of people who can actually see past mess.
Yeah, it's actually more than 70% of people just can't see past the mess. So that's why we stage apartments. That's why we do what we do, because just to show them how it could look, and that apartment could actually be really nice.
And I think the apartment we're in is a great example, because obviously we have renovated in stage ones and things like that, but this apartment was bought for probably about $400,000 less than we're selling it for it now. And really the owners probably spent about $100,000 on it. And that's a huge profit margin. And that's purely because it wasn't staged, it wasn't presented well, and they had tenants in it when they were selling it. So everybody should be doing this, and I think a lot of real estate agents will probably be seeing this and changing how they do things. So thank you, Dom, for coming in. Really appreciated that. I know you don't like the camera, and I know you like the designing types, but really appreciate that, Dom. And if you have any other questions that me and Dom, especially for Dom, around interior design, around different trends and that kind of thing, because that's what she loves. I mean, what's the in colour this year?
This year is green.
And next year? Put you on the spot.
Next year is dark blue, very dark.
Yes.
Color.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean that everything will be dark.
Thanks, Dom. And we'll talk to you next week. Thank you. Cheers.